This is a list of things that my ex-boyfriend did, and I took him back every time. It was a abusive ass relationship. I was 21, turning 22. He was 30. I just moved in Kensington Market, Toronto. It was crazy. Abusive relationships. Let's start with it. His name is Dakota Markell. This is a pattern of his. He abused me physically, emotionally, spiritually. So you know what? Bully your abusers. Let's start with the bag of shit in my living room. He left a bag of shit in my living room. He said the toilet was clogged. I don't know how he picked it up, but he put it in a bag and left it in my living room. I came home from work with a nice little surprise. Then he stole my Visa to buy a pocket pussy. I know this because I looked at my Visa statements and it said Stag Shop. I called him and I was like, what was purchased? A pocket pussy. He lied, by the way. He's like, oh, I bought something else. He would talk to spirits and say it's his ancestors, but how he would talk to me, like, fuck you, bitch, die, blah, blah, blah. And he would, like, smack things around and, like, cause, like, you know, like, he was, like, fighting demons. So I was like, my God, you're haunted by ghosts, not your ancestors. So the abuse got so bad that I literally had to, because he would not let me sleep. He would smash things around and talk to himself. And I had an 8-hour shift, 12-hour shift, come home, I need to sleep, just wake up to do it all over again in the morning, right? Because he had no fucking job. And I get a call and said, there's a house party at your house. So he threw a house party while I wasn't there. I kicked him out, and then he showed up at my work with a nose bleeding and said, where is Ivana? I'm so sorry, I want to apologize. Like, literally out of pocket, bro. He would always leave at 4 a.m. for walks. And then I find out his Instagram following go up and it's girls. And Kensington Market is like always a party scene. And he said he needed to go for walks for his mental health. Bitch, go to the park. Go to the woods. Anyways, while I was pregnant and getting prenatal vitamins, I go downstairs, I see him smoking a cigarette, right? Not staying with me. He's talking to this girl that when I went to Creeps at the store and I was trying on clothes, I could hear them flirting. And he said, no, it's nothing. They're just talking, right? Just talking. He got her Instagram. Months later, I see on my laptop pulled up, I can't wait to do the things I've been talking to do with you and to put my blood in your vial. So, bitch, I was right all along. Day of my abortion, he was nowhere to be found. And I hear from people that he's hanging out with this girl at this tattoo shop that he said to me one time that it's just a friend. Said to my neighbors, I lived in a basement apartment and they were walking in. I said to my neighbors, we were arguing, oh, she's selling her pussy for $5. Who wants a piece to use the brag like her? At my doorway smoking a cigarette like he owns the place. I haven't even paid rent. Rent free like a fucking bum ass. Claimed my paintings were his when he sold them on the street because that was his gig, right? And I started painting. That was my thing, by the way. Claimed that it was his. Undersold them just so he could buy a pack of cigarettes because he was craving a fucking cigarette. He would tell people that he's homeless, but he had a fucking room at his mom's dedicated to him. His mom would beg him to come home every night, but he'd rather sleep outside in Kensington Market on the street just so he could have a fucking sob story and make people feel bad for him. Grown-ass man, by the way. His bum always smelled like shit because he wouldn't wipe properly. Don't ask me, like, anymore to go into that because that's nasty. He would leave skid marks on the toilet seat as well as pee. Don't know how that happened. He would ignore me in social situation while I was pregnant and talk to strangers more than me. Like, be more interested in them more than me. Slapped me so hard my jaw's now permanently damaged, so it pops every time it opens. I woke up with hundreds of tabs of porn open, one of them being like alien with huge testicles and then a bunch of Asian ladies with huge tits. And I was pregnant at the time, and he said, well, you're pregnant and you're sleeping and I want to bother you. Okay. Stole my tips behind my back because I was a server. I don't know what he did with that. Showed up in a fresh hospital gown in front of my door. Said that he tried to off himself with Advil because I didn't want to be with him anymore. So, like, it was bad. Like, every time I try to kick him out or say I don't want anything to do, he would do some, like, stunts like that. Walked barefoot outside in Kensington Market. It was nasty-ass place. And then come home with the same feet in my bed. And I'd be like, my God, I have to change the sheets now. I have to sweep the floor all over again. Like, I can't keep doing this. I work 3 fucking jobs. He left me multiple times. Like, we went together to a social gathering. He would just leave me there because he was just mad or something. He put me in a headlock, and I said I couldn't breathe. I passed out. I woke up throwing up, gasping for air. And I was like, did I just pass out? And he would gaslight me, say, no, you know, you fucking did it. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't breathe properly. I couldn't talk. It was raspy for the days after to come. Well, I forgot how that narcissistic fuck. I realized that the man almost fucking killed me. He bought 2 rats on impulse. I took care of them. Bought 2 bunnies on impulse. I took care of them. He let them roam around Kensington Market. They got into something toxic and they died. So he killed 2 bunnies. Then he wanted to get a dog. I bought the dog with my money. He wouldn't take care of it. I had to leash train him. I had to take him to the dog park for an hour. Then an hour to let him run around because he was a husky. He has a big back legs. He needs to train them. Months later, like, I couldn't do it. He wasn't even fucking getting up to do it. So I was just like, I have to rehome him. This is not the life he deserves. I found a woman with another Doberman, and they got along very well. I'm at the dog park. I'm really happy about that. But anyways, he gets life like they're not real. They're like beings, living beings are nothing to him. And he wouldn't leave my home after literally beating my ass. So cops were getting called multiple times by the neighbors, not me. But I should have called. If you're listening to this, call the cops. Fuck them. And he said, because you're a white woman, like, they're gonna treat you differently, treat me like I'm the villain. You're half indigenous, half Irish, whatever. But I didn't call the cops. They heard you beat my ass, and I'm like, help me, maybe don't beat my ass. I gave him 30 minutes to pack one time, and I literally left so he can have his peace and pack. Then I come home, and my place is fully fucking trashed. Things broken. Everything's broken. My makeup, my jewelry, my clothes ripped to shreds, all over in a pile with, like, my food dripped over. So I had to literally buy a new wardrobe, buy new makeup, everything. Like, it costs money. Would smoke cigarettes inside. I told him not to, and around my cat, around, you know what I mean? And have, like, holes and things. My mattress had so many holes, I had to buy a new one. The day I got a new one, he managed to get a hole in it. And I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, are you that fucking, like, stupid? After everything, I realized I needed extra help because, like, he was not going to go away. He comes back days later apologizing, saying he's a changed man on all of this. So when I got the cops involved, he finally kind of, like, you know, kind of learned to stay away. But then he stole my cat. I didn't know he stole my cat. Only 3 days after I got an intuition. I'm like, where the fuck did my cat go? I put posters everywhere. I was literally crying every day on the street. Daisy's, crying on my knees. A week later, I have a PIN code. So who knows the PIN code other than the landlord and him? And I put a camera facing the door. It was covered up by a blanket. And also on the street, it spray painted saying, Daisy's is okay. I love you. Something like that. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So he stole my cat to make me break no contact to get back to him. Like, how fucked up is that? That's Dakota Markell for you. He lives in... Well, right now he's working at a camp with kids with neurological disorders because I referred him there. And I took my referral back after he beat my ass and dislocated my jaw. Not dislocated. There's less cartilage. He literally, like, impacted. And also, he tsunami picked me up, dropped me, fractured rib, and left me there. I fell asleep in pain like this. He left me there. I could have been dead. But anyways, my neck could have broken. Like, I could have... Anyways, he's working at a camp with kids with neurological disorder, kids on the high spectrum. Like, they don't speak, they're nonverbal, most of them. And a lot of campers that work there, they're very kind-hearted and very young individuals who just want work experiences. So they're like the perfect target for him, for this old-ass narcissistic guy who just wants to leech off people's energies and doesn't see living beings and respect them as such. Just little chess pieces in his game to use financially, spiritually, emotionally, sexually. So I emailed them, I let them know, but they don't give a fuck. So Camp Winston... That's on you. You need to let the parents know. But regardless, that's Dakota Markell. He hangs around Kensington Market, Toronto. Just beware of this fucking guy.